Hello and welcome back. Now to the third installment of this famous person from the music industry. Still not going to reveal who it is. I imagine some of you have guesses. But I'm going to continue to fine-tune, and really still focused on light and dark, the values, and the relative position, location, and size of the various landmarks on the face particularly, but how it all fits in context with the rest of the figure, the shoulders, the neck, the hair. I get some strong darks. I find a lot of artists, particularly beginner artists, are very reluctant and very nervous to put down anything really dark or really light. And I think Bob Ross would call it a bravery test, but to take the chance and really kind of go bold. You can always pull something back if it's really, really too dark or too light. But having that wide range of dark to light is ultimately very good for the final product. It also really helps the process in that there's a lot more wiggle room between extremes than there is between two midtones. So I have way more options available to me. Working on my nemesis on the face, the mouth. Trying to get that lip and the area above the lip just right. When I say just right, of course, I mean accurate, that it's representing this individual. I'm going back and forth between a mid-size or on the smaller end of mid-size filbert, which is what I have right now, and a detail brush, which is smaller. When I'm putting in sort of larger spaces like the hair, cheeks, for example, I usually use a bit of a bigger brush. Once we get down to the details, a smaller detail brush is typically more appropriate. It just allows me better to represent what I'm trying to represent and to have my paint strokes reflect what I see. I've said before not to neglect background, or in this case, the coat or cape or whatever he's wearing, something that maybe Rembrandt would have worn. I want it to keep pace with the rest of the painting. Finding some lights. I tend to jump back and forth between lights and darks, never being satisfied until I feel I've really accurately represented what I see. And here we have sort of a bit more of a detail brush. It's actually a filbert, but it's a small one. Like before, on many of my paintings, moving around. Openness and willingness to make modifications, to get that relationship between the chin and the mouth and the cheeks. Notice also, something I talk about in other videos about edges, that this painting has a bunch of hard edges and soft edges. Some of the hard edges are, let's say, between the hair and the background. In any case, we'll have to pick that up. That's the end of this third installment. Look forward and hope you can return and see me continue with it. Thanks so much.